shaking their ass, popping they shit, and talking about how many STDs they have. And we're eating this shit up. No, sir!
Sparky's back!
Let's see what's so bad about artists of the female variation.
You know, female artists have a problem. Actually, 5 problems to be exact. Problem number 1 is that all of the talented artists are always over-sexualizing themselves. What I call horny bait. See, for some reason, it's such a big trend nowadays for every single female artist to just not have clothes on. Sexy Red, SZA, Glorilla, Meg Thee Stallion. Any artist that you can name, even to the pop artists, don't like clothes no more. It's like they're allergic. And in all reality, we all know why they're doing this. Here's the thing, though. Like, you don't need to do that to get me to listen to your music, especially if you're SZA. I would have listened to it regardless. I mean, look at the past legends of yesterday. Lauryn Hill.
But see, here's the mistake that he's making, right? He's putting rappers and like artists under the same category, bro. There is no way niggas was listening to fucking Ice Spice if she had on a whole dress covering all her curves and all types of shit like that, bro. I'm sorry. SZA is like actually talented to the point where like I think people would fuck with her voice before anything else, and then her looking good on top of that is like, oh, okay, wow. But like, bro, a lot of these girls are not that talented, bro. I'm sorry. You can't look at it like that. I'm glad Cloud going back to his roots, no bullshit. You right, Sparky's thoughts. You feel me? Also, SZA has personality. That also helps as well.
Erykah Badu, Aaliyah, Missy Elliott, Young Ma. I mean, okay, Young.
Like all these people were like legit talented, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Everyone he named was like actually talented.
It was a little bit different, but you get what I'm trying to say. None of them needed to do this back in the day to get where they wanted to be. They were just talented and they worked hard. This is why I respect people like Pink Pantheress, Billie Eilish, hell, even Doja. Pantheress, Billie Eilish.
Both very much. They're tea. They're tea, bro. They're jasmine. SZA looks like she smells ass. I don't know if I agree with that, but William Eyelash is really.
Hell, even Doechii before she started wilding out. I'm not gonna lie. They worked.
What
hard.
is the whoa? What is that?
Even Doechii before she started wilding out. I'm not gonna.
Oh. Some shit she did on stage, yeah.
They worked hard, made good music, and got.
Billy is exquisite milk. Oh God,
respecting them
top shelf milk.
But I will say, them debating is granting success for them temporarily. Like, I don't know if it's just me, but like, it feels like female artists are like at the top of the game right now. Before you say that's crazy, I mean, look at pop right now. It's not
pretty
a question.
true.
R&B, in my opinion, not a question. Country, nobody cares about that. But rap, especially female rappers, on top of the game. And again, before you disagree, hear me out. Besides Drake, Kendrick, and
he's
Cardi,
100%
no other
right.
male rapper is really doing they shit bigger than these female rappers. They're all basically controlling our screens right now. You really can't scroll on the internet without seeing their face at least one time.
He's 100% right. I think it's just easier to market women to an audience based on image than men. Men, I feel like to an extent, it actually has to be somewhat interesting in conjunction with talent, or at least something that we kind of don't really see too often. But like a girl, like I ain't gonna lie, a lot of niggas will listen to her if she's just attractive and seems like a girl's girl. Like that's really all it really takes to sell a female artist. Dudes, everyone feel like they need to do that nonchalant shit right now, and so that's why niggas ain't really going nowhere, because the subject matter sucks, and then niggas is nonchalant on top of that. Or honestly, they might not even be nonchalant. They might just legitimately just not be interesting. And it is what it is. If men did what women did and showed they balls to get recognition, I'd shit myself. See, but the thing is, the opposite market does not want to see men's balls. Men want to see women's curves and really whatever they could get their hands on. It don't really work like that for women towards men. Or men towards men, nigga. I ain't gonna lie. The majority of men, like, niggas don't want to see that shit. You can't really market that. No one wants to see that shit. The nonchalant shit don't work anymore, not gonna lie. No, it definitely doesn't. Or at least, like, I don't know. The thing about being nonchalant, because I made a video about, like, oh, the art of being mysterious. You need to reel people in with something initially for them to care. A lot of these niggas, like, they not good, and then they're nonchalant on top of that, bro. You might as well not exist. You're a waste of space on this earth. It's easy to market them because it's under the male gaze. Exactly. The way men imagine women to look like like Ice Spice and implementing and her marketing her whole ass. Nah, yeah, literally. I mean, men want to hear good music or be sold a lifestyle from other men, and they want to see some ass from women. That's it. Nonchalant only works if your music is amazing, like Future or Thugga. Facts.
Some of day. They're taking over, but
Have
not
the
because
bait
of
to
their
hook a
music,
fish.
because they're just stripping. They're shaking their ass, popping they shit, and talking about how many STDs they have, and we're eating this shit up.
No sir.
Yeah. Like, I hate to say, like, it's actually insane how Sexyy Red is like the biggest female artist right now.
I said earlier, even though this is benefiting the game right now, it's inevitably killing female music. Because now, whether they like it or not, most of these female artists are being looked at as strippers and not artists. And if you think that's a wild statement, just go watch a Sexyy Red music video. You'll quickly change your mind. Or even a Tate McCree video or a SZA video. It doesn't matter what genre it is. They're all doing the same thing. It's very weird. I don't care what y'all say about, oh, they're being progressive.
To an extent, I feel like this is mainly a hip hop thing.
Being progressive about your body. Being progressive about your body is respecting your body enough to not show it to everybody. Why can't I listen to your music?
I don't need to see random wannabe opium mid trash rapper be mysterious. Fuck out of here. Nah, yeah. Sexyy Red is so trash. Sexyy Red is dookie. I actually don't think her music is bad. Am I gonna personally put that shit on in my headphones and bump it? No. But I understand the appeal and I understand the market for it, and I don't think it's inherently bad. Like, nigga, she fake got her, she got it. Her delivery's pretty solid. The shit she say, I mean, she got something to say, I guess, more so than other people. And her flow's not bad. Like, she's not bad. I met her when she came to Orlando. That bitch rude as fuck. Who, Sexyy Red? Really? I would think she'd be nice. I don't, bro. Her Imagine. I wish was better. Bullshit. Nah, you gotta be hating on Sexyy Red. Who, me or chat? I don't think she's bad. Like for the black community and young women. Yeah, that's a whole nother thing, bro. But at the same time, bro, I can't completely put that in the hands of the artist, bro. Nigga, parents need to be more concerned with what their children consume. Just people in general need to be more intentional about that.
Without seeing you naked. That's very telling about what you value about yourself. And again, I'm not gay. I like women, and I'm not gonna lie, my eyes like seeing. But at the same time, it's too much. What happened to modesty, bro? Like, yo, if you're finna make music, I'm not saying you gotta be fully clothed all the time, but at the same time, focus on your music, not just your sex appeal. It's weird, but that's just what a lot of female music has just resorted to. Not all, but a good amount. Which is actually my second problem with this whole thing. It's too horny. I'm not finna lie. It's getting to a point
Basically
where with certain artists, all they talk about is sex. Oh, my poom poom is this. I suck like that. It's weird. Now, I know men rappers be doing the same thing, and their video will come because there's a lot of things I don't like about men rap. But it feels like with female rap, it's just the only thing y'all talk about.
Yeah, it's definitely put more at the forefront of, their music comparatively to men. But I don't know. It's like it sucks, bro, because it's an engagement thing, bro. Listen, I'm promise you, it's probably gonna be what my next video is about, bro. Algorithms favor degeneracy. That's just the way it is. Is that your phone in your right hand? Yeah, that was my phone. Like, that's literally just how it is. So it's easy to say, like, oh, be modest and market your music and not this and that. But, like, bro, we're not in the era of the radio anymore, bro. When the radio was the main way people were consuming music, you had to hear the song first and then see who you're dealing with. It's just not like that anymore, bro. You need something to reel people in. Like, I agree with him that, like, music was probably better back then, but we live in the age of engagement. And, like, as a creator myself, that sometimes, like, I make what I want to make and it doesn't always do that well. I completely understand why people do that, bro. It's down to a meta. Like, niggas will say they want to hear one thing, but they really don't, because when they're given that, bro, that's not the shit that gets attention. And that's just how it is, bro. It's human nature, but it is what it is. Molly and BK literally perfect themselves to not be like Sexyy Red or Cardi B and act like them. Say the same lyrics as well. True, but they're also very niche. Like you have to be living a certain lifestyle, and like it's not a coincidence that like all the fashion niggas and like the younger people listen to them. Like, and they're not as big as they probably can be. And the only way they're probably gonna get to that point is if they start switching the subject matter to things more consumable and relatable to the general public. The jewel, the peach is only valuable, then you struggle and strive for it. Isn't too accessible now. Huh? What, you mean like ass? I don't know. Cardi B hasn't dropped an album since 2017. I think she's afraid for her next album flopping since she isn't as popping. I'm gonna be honest, I completely disagree with that. I think Cardi B comes back, she can immediately just be on top again. I think she's not, I don't like, she's not in the public eye as much because she doesn't drop music. That's it. That's literally, she comes back, her shit will be on top again, bro. As long as it's halfway decent, I think she'll be completely fine. Cardi a whole plant. I never really enjoyed her music. Me neither, but I don't think it's bad. Like I think she's talented to an extent for sure. They just got a different sound. Y'all know K3. She ain't that good to me. I agree. And the thing about K3 too is like she's probably even more niche than like BK and Molly in terms of like I think her music mainly damn near like only appeals to women, bro. A lot of niggas, I'd go as far as to say just as many niggas listen to BK and Molly as women do. Like the subject matter that K3 raps about, not only is she like niche because she's an underground rapper with her like her beat selection and her sound, but on top of that, nigga, she's like only making music for women. So it's kind of hard. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of her myself either.
I'm not even talking about rap at this point. Listen to a lot of Sabrina Carpenter's music. It's just like what happened to the old love pop songs and romance pop songs we had?
It is kind of subtle though.
All y'all want to do is be sluts, and it's weird. Especially when a lot of y'all know y'all have a kid audience, yet y'all really don't care. Especially like Sabrina Carpenter, like you're a Disney princess, whatever. You had such a layup of an opportunity to just make cool, chill music, like yet you decided to do this sexy, degenerate, horny stuff. And while you have full right to make that type of music, at the same time, you didn't need to. Like she literally went trending because every single concert she did, when she performed her song Juno, she always did a position. Why are we doing that? Hell, I seen a clip of somebody bringing a whole bed on stage.
I'm a part of the problem.
In front of a crowd of 40,000 people. It's getting to a point where it's just annoying. What happened to art, man? Like, what happened to true art? But I feel like the reason why they're doing this is because they seen the untalented rappers and artists doing this and succeeding. So now they're putting talent on top of that and they're succeeding. But at
that's
the
a
same
fair
time,
point.
This right here is a big problem at itself, which is why this is thing number 3. Untalented artists are blowing up just because they rebate. Sexy Red, Ice Spice, Ruby Rose, Iggy Azalea, Cardi B, and yes, Ruby Rose is actually a rapper. The fact that you don't know that proves my point exactly. This is
I think she's a little different, bro. I don't know why she started rapping, to be honest. She really didn't have to do that shit. But Doechii more talented than Cardi, at least. Doechii, I don't really listen to Doechii, so I wouldn't fucking know. But I did hear some shit. I guess it's cool. Sparky, I fuck with BK because she can actually spit. Facts. Rico Nasty's really good as well. Ruby Rose raps. At one point she did. I wouldn't call her a rapper though, bro. Like that was like nigga, that was just like a side hustle to her, bro. I don't know what she was doing. It wasn't terrible though. It wasn't terrible. You know, it was what you would expect from like if Ruby Rose decided that she needed to hop in the studio, what she would talk about. It was exactly that.
Popular trend. These artists shaking their ass, releasing a single or two, and just calling that a day. Literally the Ice Spice method and the Sexy Red method. I'm not gonna lie. And both of them blowing up like they did really did shape the future of the female artist game. I mean, Ice Spice literally blew up because she had a fat ass. That's it. That was the reason. It wasn't because she could rap.
Nah, yeah, she was really bad at first, bro. It wasn't because really bad.
I mean, she used to wear jumps.
Fun fact, bro. I found Ice Spice's Instagram when she had like 5,000 followers, and my friend who raps asked her for a feature, and back then she wanted $2,000. That nigga missed out on the bag of his life, bro. Cause it was just crazy. Cause it was like the thing is, bro, you think she's ass now, bro? Back then she was like really, really bad. I'm talking about like elementary school bars, like really, really bad. And she had 5,000 followers, and she was asking for what, like $2,000 or some shit like that. And I respect it. She knew her worth. Cause look at her now. Like, it made sense. Like, I didn't think she wasn't gonna blow up. I just think it's like, damn, bro, like you dead ass suck to be charging this. But probably would have been the biggest power move of his life now. Son, y'all need to invest when y'all see it, bro. Y'all gotta buy the stocks early.
Suits and tracksuits until she stole her best friend's style. All it was is that she had a fat
Crazy.
She was light skinned and she had a little signature twerk little move. And what really confirmed that is that when she lost her ass, she lost all of her fan base too. It was hating on her, like, bro, get the weight back. We need the thick thighs.
Yeah, she lost the female fan base because everyone thought she was a girl's girl, and she never ended up being a girl's girl. And then she lost the male fan base because she lost her ass, so a lot of her sex appeal was gone. Which is legit sad. Like, I feel bad for people like that. I really do. But at the end of the day, bro, if she was like legit good at rapping, I think like some people would at least stay. But then again, like, nah. This all Ice Spice good for? Oh wow, that is insane. I ain't gonna lie. That is insane. She hates women. I don't know, nigga. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know I don't know. But that story didn't look good. And you know, some people agree with it, some people don't, but a big thing, it's not always getting into the issues, it's how you address them. I don't think she really said much of anything, or if she did, it's not that memorable, so yeah. You saw that video of Bad Baby exposing Chief Keef for sleeping with her at 16? Yeah, I did see that, I can't lie. I did.
When she stopped twerking, people actually
that shit was crazy.
To her music, and once they did,
I'm not surprised.
It wasn't all of that. So she fell off, and you didn't hear about her for months until suddenly a couple weeks ago she got it all back. We don't care about her music; we care about her. And this one factor is what's really changing the game right now. The same thing for Sexyy Red. Although I will say she does actually have a fan base for her music. I mean, all she talks about is hoe shit, but the hoes love it. So I mean, hey. Plus, I'm not gonna lie, you play her music at a party, it does fit the vibe. He's really portraying
bro. This shit, like, yo. I think a lot of niggas think she's trash because they didn't hear her in a certain setting that complements her music. At the club, I completely get it. Like, this shit, it does something to people. It activates the whole gene that has been suppressed within girls for years. It's just boom, they just want to shake ass, bro. Whether they have it or not, whether it's caved in, they just I don't know, bro. It's crazy. Crazy.
Bad image of black women, and because of her antics and because labels push her so much, she's honestly the biggest female rapper in the game.
Always hated Ice Spice, and I was born and raised in
common is that they care way more about their image, which in my opinion,
no, not STD lady. That's insane.
You know what? Let me clarify. I don't actually think this is a problem. It's honestly a good thing. I mean, artists aren't just musicians; they're also personalities too. A lot of the appeal to the music they're making is who they are. I mean, for instance, Future's music wouldn't be good if it wasn't Future. Childish Gambino couldn't make a Future song and it do well. At the same time, Future couldn't make a Childish Gambino song and it do well. Things would call him corny and just weird or quirky, but at the same time, that's what Childish Gambino is. That's why people like it. Same thing applies all the way around. If Sabrina Carpenter made a Sexyy Red song, well, people probably wouldn't be surprised because she's basically doing that same thing anyway. Well, let's say if Billie Eilish dropped a
not as vulgar,
like
but I get what he's saying.
Billie, what are you doing? Because that's just not her persona. That's not.
It don't matter. The thing is, music has always been inherently sexual, bro. Like, it's not a new concept. It's just people don't have the talent to be like, it's just bolder now because people don't have the facilities to, you know, like, cover it up or do it in a creative way to where it's not just straight up talking about, nigga, his dick, my mouth, my ass, it's fat, like, they'd say it like, they'd use like metaphors and like wordplay and shit. Like, what? Music has always been sexual, though. I can't even lie. It's like James Brown was literally rapping about all types of shit, bro. Pause. Not yet pause, but like, bro, like that's what it is, bro. Clip that, please don't clip that, bro. Please don't. She look like she stinks. She smells like must. Yo. Need another generational talent for real. We need someone to actually change music. It just might be Netspend, JK. I don't, at this point, bro, like, nigga, I watched Ice Spice go from 5,000 followers to the biggest thing ever, bro. Nothing would surprise me at this point. People only get famous now because of social media. Before in 2010, you needed actual talent to become a successful artist on average. Facts, or at least something pushing you to make it seem like you were more talented than you actually are.
Her character that you get what I'm trying to say at this point, right? Okay. Here's the problem though. Mastering your image is cool, but you need to have the music to back it up. And this has always been a law of music for forever. But suddenly it's changed. Now you don't have to make good music and you can still be popular and make money because of social media. Prime example besides Sexy and Ice Spice is Blueface and Krishan Rock. 2 years ago, before they got arrested, they were making millions off of just ratchet, toxic characters. I mean, you couldn't go anywhere without seeing their faces. During that time, they made music too. And even though it wasn't that good, they made a lot of money off of it because they had a lot of attention on their names. That whole process is what a lot of female artists are doing. They're selling the
because it's just easier to do that
than selling the music as a side part. They don't really care how the music sounds. I mean, they could sell the music because there's such polarizing characters that people are just bound to tune in. Again, I don't.
Yeah, and it's like, bro, the sad thing is, it's like, you can't just be who you are and just get famous, bro. You need an outlet. You need an outlet to say, like, okay, I do this. So people like Ice Spice probably aren't interesting enough to just be like a content creator or someone just known for being attractive, and they don't necessarily fit a model vibe. So it's like, boom, I just do music. You just need something to attach an image to. I'd rather listen to Baby Shark on repeat than any of Sexy Red songs. That is a very unpopular opinion, but I get it. I get it. I ain't bashing you for that. Netspend is the next Kurt Cobain. See yourself out of here, bro. You trolling too much. Who was the last artist who changed music in recent history, bro? I say Cardi. Like, old Glaze aside, I really would say Cardi. Like, legit, to where it started like a wave of people and like music. It shifted how music probably would have sounded had they have not been there. I would probably say Cardi for sure. The Weeknd, Lone Def did. I can't say that, bro. Lone doesn't even, and Lone could have, bro, but like he doesn't. He switches his sound after every album. He don't even really give it time to stick and marinate, bro. Sorry, but fuck that nigga. Like, I don't know. I'm not like, I wouldn't doubt that The Weeknd definitely changed music. Like, I know my shit. Like, I know he did. But most recent artist, I don't know about that. A whole lot of Red pushed Rage. Yeah, bro.
I don't think it's a bad thing, but it is killing the art. Nobody cares about their music because we know it's going to be mid anyways. We just care about what they're doing to entertain us. It's killing the art of music in general, but especially for female artists, because most of the time they use their bodies to get your attention. Instead of being
funny in 2021 and 2022 is a different breed. That's a fact, bro. But like, to say that nigga changed music, bro, he didn't. He could have, but like, once again, I don't know. What I think Lone should have did is not switch his sound so much, bro. If he just gave the sounds more time to marinate instead of just switching every project, I think he would have been a little bit more successful than what he is now. Not to say he's not successful, but Ken basically did that, bro. And like, even you could say he probably changed a lot of shit too, for real.
I'm pretty sure a lot of these artists are really cool people that can probably garner an audience just off of them being themselves. I mean, I remember seeing a
maybe Taylor Swift
interview with Speedy. Even
definitely.
When they go on people like,
but that was a long time ago.
You kind of see the artist's personality, and most of the time they're pretty cool.
I agree.
Even
of course you agree, nigga, because I know what I'm talking about.
Even though I don't agree with her antics that she be doing, I have to admit that you don't have to be a sex addict to get views in that way. You can just be yourself, because them doing that is also ruining the game for everybody else who's actually talented, who's not willing to do that. And because they're not willing to do that, for some reason labels won't push, which is actually thing number 5. That actually talented artists aren't being pushed. There's a lot of good female artists out here that aren't willing to slut themselves out for fame, that get overlooked. Like, I've been seeing this artist Raven Lene popping off recently. She makes really good music, she's very talented, but I just hope she doesn't go down that route. Not that she's showing any signs of going down that route. I just really wanted to talk about that and say that I knew about her first and y'all didn't know about her before y'all. But I feel like we as people need to start supporting women who make good music that's not always sexual. Let's support art.
See, but like, it's all because like you're not finding those people, bro, and that's why it's hard. Because like, even in my female rapper video, I say I pretty much have the same perspective. However, the reason why it's hard to sit there and be like, oh, I think they should definitely change, is because like it's working, bro. And like they're not chasing the artistry, they're chasing the fame and the success. So who am I to tell you to learn how to write some bars when you could just show your ass? And then the sad thing is, bro, it's like it's not like people are seeing talented artists and choosing the non-talented ones. They're only being exposed to the non-talented ones because they're promoting sex, because that's what's going to pop up in your home page, on your home page, more often than someone putting actual effort into what they're doing. So it's not like people are choosing these things. If they had the choice, they might. There might be more of an even, playing field. And that's the thing that sucks about algorithms too, bro. It's like everyone's listening to the same shit. Remember back then, it's like you might listen to this rapper, but then it's like, oh, there's this other subsection of hip hop. There's this other subsection. And now it's just like, bro, if you listen to one thing, that is all you're going to be exposed to. And so who am I to tell a girl, pick up a pen, don't show your ass, don't do this, this, and that? Because at the end of the day, they want to be famous. They want success, and they're doing what they have to do to get that. I can't even sit there and tell a nigga like, or tell a girl like, oh, focus on talent, da, 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 because that shit might not even get you nowhere. This is going to get you somewhere. So like, it's hard, bro. It really is hard. And if I could have it my way, I'd do it a certain way. But nigga, sometimes you gotta play the game, yo.
Not just because we're missing a lot of art nowadays, and it feels like
appreciate the follow, J Next Gen.
Because what's the point? It's easier just to make slides. You don't got to go down that route if you
Ken surpassed him.
Sell your soul for instance.
He had a hand in that race shit for real, definitely.
It will come over time, and it will
it's
be
true trust. Fact, she don't only
look at Billie Eilish, look at Pink Panther.
Fact, she has the country folks' nipples twisted to her control. Honestly, the whole white community in general, bro. Every other state I go to, and like some niggas playing the radio in the car, bro, it's always Taylor Swift, bro. It's honestly insane,
Thank y'all
bro.
for watching the video. Follow my Twitch if you want to hear more topics like this, and follow my Instagram if you want to stalk me. Snapchat is up there too. Go add my reaction channel right here. We be posting every single day. We sure will love you. Stay blessed. God bless. Thank you. Goodbye.
It's a W video though, but yeah, it's really hard, bro. It's hard because like. It's hard to look at these situations one way because not everyone even has the same goals going into this shit. And like that's really the sad part about all this shit.